Speaking of the Roots, the picnic, Jasmine Sullivan recently was on stage, and I think personally she looked good. But
Yeah.
a lot of people think she's on Ozempic. Why do you think that a lot of people assume she's on Ozempic versus her naturally losing the weight?
First of all, shout out to Jasmine Sullivan. I love her spirit, everything. First of all, Jasmine Sullivan is not on weight loss drugs, okay? She came on that stage and she presented fire, like, and not even like really tried. She went on there and, she had a little wig. I think she was like kind of giving Carrie Hilson a little bit. So her mom was diagnosed with cancer. And they went in, they started to do some research, and she adopted more of a plant-based diet. She started to exercise, and that is just not the case. A lot of people were saying that she was on that shot. No, that was not it. Sometimes when people pop up, you know what I'm saying, in the summertime, and that's the thing about the East Coast versus the West Coast. On the East Coast, you can hide more. You can hide during the wintertime. You can hide November, December, January, and then pop up with a whole new body. That's why I try to get people prepared during the summer, just bring on that conscious awareness. And then fall, you basically work on like certain pounds to lose. And then wintertime, you kind of fall off a little bit for December and January. And then February, you just focus. March, April, you just are dropping pounds. And then summertime, you just pop out with a whole new body. And I think that's what happened when she dropped on that stage. So shout out to Jasmine Sullivan.
Why do you honestly think society struggles to believe that somebody can lose a significant amount of weight naturally?
Because now there's so many different cheat sheets. Everybody was going towards the gym route. So back in 2000 and early 10s, people were going to the big box gyms. That was the first craze. So you have health, wealth, and relationships. Everybody, job, occupation, or business falls under these things. The gym is a subsector of health. Hospital nurses, doctors, they are a subsector of health, right? A real estate agent is a subsector of wealth, right? And Gillette Fusion razor blades is a subsection of relationships. So people went first with the idea of going towards the gym. They went into the gym, they worked out, they exercised, and many of them got caught up doing a lot of cardiovascular endurance. And then somebody may have had a bad experience with the trainer, they may have signed some death row contract, they might have been paying a whole lot of money. And to be honest, to be fair, a lot of trainers and gyms, they didn't really get it right. They didn't really have a program that actually worked. They just sold towards their emotions because fitness is more of an emotional purchase, right? It's not a logical purchase. This is why I hate when people call me and ask me or try to badger me, how much does it cost over the phone? I don't know and I won't tell you because it's more of an emotional purchase, right? So when I get an emotional buy-in, meaning I listen to you tell me why you need it, then I will present to you pricing because now I know that there's I know your mental, I know your emotional aspect is into it. But when you are on a journey and you go from different periods of time, people started to do boot camp classes. Then people started to do supplements that were expensive. They were paying $1,000, $2,000 to start off with a package of supplements, and they were in a cult, and it was multi-level marketing, and everybody was selling it, and I won't even shout them out, right? But they went from that phase. Then they went into the CrossFit phase. Then they went into going towards the route of doing gastric sleeves. Then they were going to their doctors. I'm still overweight. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get it off. So their doctors would suggest, hey, well, we got this procedure. We can basically help you. And they went down that route. Then what we see now is people come 5, 6, 7 years. Hey, I had a gastric sleeve done. The weight has come back on tremendously. So now we're working on the same thing. Then the last piece was the drugs. That was about 3 years ago that it just popped up and it just been a craze and it's been stuck. It's been up and
Yeah.
stuck ever since. So now people, and they're influenced by doctors Like people that go to school for 8 years, they don't have anything else to offer. Doctors cannot offer you muscle. And it's a weird society change because think about it. The people that protected us thousands of years ago, when you had a village, were the warriors. They removed the warrior class and they put the doctors in front to protect you. In order for you to naturally get towards your goals, you have to put on muscle and you have to go to the gym. You have to lift heavy weights. You can't be a cardio bunny. So that's what they're doing. They're giving them drugs and telling them to be cardio bunnies, and their bodies are looking like saggy, baggy potato chips.